Hi guys, welcome back. It's Kizzy from the K4 Mom Corner, and this is a spin-off channel to the K4 Crew, which is my family vlog channel where we get up to lots of fun and challenges. But today we're gonna focus on the mindset of being in or not in a relationship. But before we get into the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you there. Hi everyone. Okay, so I thought I would talk to you today about the good and the bad, or maybe another way of saying it is the grass may not always be greener on the other side, right? And let me tell you where I'm going with this. I was in a conversation recently with a bunch of girls, a couple of my girlfriends, and we landed on this topic of being in or not in a relationship. And this came about because one of my girlfriends said, I just wish now that I could just have someone beside me, have someone to go home to take me out to wine and dine me, right? Fair, valid. But in the same sentence or within the same conversation, we also talked about how much work it ends up being when you are in a relationship. When thinking about, oh, I have to look good today, or I have to shower or take a bath because I hope I don't smell bad, or oh, I'm gonna have to have that conversation today. That also came up in the conversation as well. So then I got to thinking about, listen, it's either one or the other, right? There's the good and the bad. And sometimes we have to take both the good and bad in almost everything that we encounter in this life. That's why life tends to be a mess all the time, but there's beauty in that, right? There's beauty in taking the good and the bad. How many times have you said, yes, I'm in a relationship. There's good times and there's bad times. Oh, we have our ups and we have our downs, right? Or thinking about it in the sense of, yeah, but if I left, would it be any different? Listen, there are circumstances where you must leave. Don't misunderstand my message. Sometimes we're in relationships where we just know that we have to leave. But what I'm trying the message that I'm trying to give right now is that when we desire things, if the single person wants to be in a relationship but doesn't necessarily want all those other things that come with it, that's just part of life, right? That's part of the mess of it. That's part of just the beauty of it. Being single and then moving into a relationship brings a whole bunch of mess that you need to work through. Staying single brings a whole bunch of mess that you need to work through. When we're single, we think about, maybe if you are a single person who wants to be in a relationship, you may have all kinds of thoughts in your head around, well, I want to be in a relationship. I want a companion. I want a travel buddy. I want to take cute little Instagram photos. I want to have intimacy every single night and not have to be going on these droughts of weeks without any intimacy. Or when you're in a relationship, you may be saying things like, I need my space. I need some space. Oh, I just am sick and tired of arguing. Oh, I wish you would just not do that anymore. There's always something. But in those same dynamics, there's some real beauty in being single. And in the same dynamic of a relationship, there's beauty in it. So just embrace that beauty and embrace the mess that comes with it. And then as life happens, maybe you will transition from singlehood into a relationship. And perhaps if you're in a relationship, you may transition from being in a relationship into singlehood. And that's okay, because there's always going to be the good and the bad, the pros and the cons. Nothing is ever truly greener on the other side. There's always going to be patches of brown in the grass, patches of brown in the grass. I mean, there are some people where I look at their grass and I say to myself, that's some real green grass. I wonder what kind of fertilizer they're putting on that to keep it so green, right? Life does have the fertilizer to help us move through the mess. But sometimes when you're not always fertilizing, those little brown patches, they'll creep in because that's what it is. Those are the little bad moments that just kind of sprout out sometimes. And that's okay, that's part of life's mess. So whether you're single or in a relationship, embrace the mess, embrace the brown parts that might come up sometime, and just what they all say, live in the moment and move through it. Talk to you guys soon.